So this is always how I start with the puppy. So with the Cavaliers, I never leave the collar on because they're so teeny. So I always put the collar on to start, and then I let them down. Good girl, good girl. Good job. What I do is I cut up some string cheese, and I cut it up and then I can peel it into smaller pieces. And I'm gonna walk around and she's gonna follow me. Oh, sorry. Good girl. Puppy, come. Yes. Good girl. What do you think of my treat? What do you think of that? Good girl. A little bit unsure about it. There. A little bit unsure about my treat, huh? Good girl. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna walk somewhere else. Puppy, come. Yes. Hey, Portal. Set a 5-minute timer. Good girl. Let her eat her treat. Puppy, come. Yes, good girl. Good girl. So she was raised with puppy culture, so she knows to sit. But if the puppy wasn't raised with puppy culture, I would ask them to come, and then I would ask them to sit. And then treat. Good girl. We're just making a mess here with your treats. You're not really eating it. In your mouth. There you go. Good girl. And then we'll go over here. Puppy, come. Good girl. Puppy, come. Good girl. Sit? Yes. Yeah, see, that time she didn't sit, so I asked her to sit. Good girl. Puppy, come. Good girl. So as you can see, they get the idea to follow you. Puppy, come. Now, if she was running around like a crazy thing, then I would get right in front of her. See, like that, she's getting, puppy, come. Pup, 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 come. Yes. Pup, 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 come. She saw all my toys now. Pup, 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 come. You can do it. Come, come, come. Puppy. Pup, pup, come. Yes. Yes, good girl. Good girl. So I don't know if you could see her or not, but because she was out of the shot, anytime she turned towards me, I gave her the verbal yes, so she knew that that's what I wanted. Puppy, come, come, come. Yes. Yes, good girl. Yes. So it's a verbal confirmation that yes, that's what I wanted. So she was over there. Maybe I'll put her over here so you can see, since she's all interested in this. So I'm gonna put this here. Puppy, come. Yes. See how she looked? Yes. So when she looked at me, I said yes. And then she knew that I wanted her to come to me. Puppy, come. Yes. Yes, good girl. And you always ask for them to sit. If you have a puppy culture puppy, they already notice it. So you're not working extra hard. I'm gonna walk away, go past something. So this time I'm gonna let her get distracted by something. So I'm gonna wait until she gets distracted. There we go, puppy, come. Come, yes, good girl. So So the verbal yes is quicker than the treat. So when she turns to look at me, I say yes. When she's walking towards me, I say yes. So she knows, yes, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Then when she gets to me, I treat her. But I can't treat her if she's way over there. So, but I verbally can treat her. So I ran out of treats. I'm getting another one. Gonna walk around a little bit. Let her get distracted by something. Puppy come! Yes! Yes, good girl! Puppy come! Come, 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 come! Come, 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 come! Come, 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 come! She's still not looking at me. Come, 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 come! Come, come! Pop, 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 come! Yes! Come, 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 come! Yes! Good girl! Yes! Good girl! Good job! That was very distracting, huh? Good girl! You did it! Oh, we got Emmett in here too. Puppy, come! Yes! Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. She didn't sit that time though. Come, come. Come, come. Come, 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 come. So, I set my timer for 5 minutes. So I work on the come for 5 minutes. Now that my timer went off, I'm going to put the leash on her and we're gonna do 5 minutes of walking on the leash. So I'm gonna move this now. Hey Portal, set a 5-minute timer. So I did set a 5-minute timer, but if she's done before it goes off, then I'm going to be done too. With the Cavaliers, you have to have the small leash, otherwise it'll pull on the chain, and even this one I think is going to pull on the chain too, a little bit. So stop that. So we'll do one more come. I'm going to see if we can get her distracted. Come, come, come. Come, come, come. Yes, good girl. Good sit. Yes. Now all, if you hear the dogs in the background, it's because they want to work. Good girl. So I put on her leash and then I'm going to treat her because she now has her leash on. And I need some more treats. So now I'm going to lead her with the leash. I'm going to put the treat right here. Come. Yes, good girl. And then I'm going to stop and ask her to sit. Yes. Good girl. Oh, that was too big of a piece. I'm sorry. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So if she pulls away, I'm going to lean down. Yes. Good job. Yes. Yes, good girl. She dropped that one too. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Come, come, come. Come, come, come. So now I'm reverting to the come. Come, come, come. Yes. Come, come, come. Come, come, come. Yes, good girl. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. I didn't pull on her at all. This is day 1. She's just figuring out what it means to be on a leash. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, good girl. Yay. Good girl. Sit. Yes. Yes. So you can see when I started out with the come, she wouldn't take my treats because she was a little nervous. So now she's a little nervous. She's not taking my treats. So I'm just going to give her a pet then. Good girl. Let's go. Let's go. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. So see, again, my verbal yes can treat her because she's walking forward. So she knows this is what I want. Sapphira, let's go. Yes. Good girl. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. This way. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Let's go. Now I'm going to do the come. Come. Come, come, come. Come, come, come. Yes. Good giving her a minute to get my treat. Okay, here we go again. Let's go. Let's go. Good girl. Good girl. I'm gonna walk a little farther. Good girl. Yes. Yes. Good girl. Get a walk going. Let's go. So I'm not gonna pull on her. I'm just gonna revert to the come. Come, come, come. Good girl. Yes. Come, come, come. Yes. Good girl. Yes. That's right. Good job. Give her a pet for a treat because she's not taking my treats. Let's go. Good girl. Yes. Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. Yes, I'm going to keep walking through the turn. It's okay that she's on that side. I'm just kind of tugging on this side. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come, 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 come. Come, come, come. I'm not pulling, I'm just waiting for come. Come, come, come. Yes. Good girl. Good girl. Yes. Let's go. Good girl. You're just teaching her to follow you while you have the leash on. Let's go. Yes. And then I'm going to stop. Yes. Good sit. Good sit. I'm not stopping a lot because the sit doesn't need to be worked on that much because of the puppy culture. Oh, look, and our time's over. So we're going to ask her to sit. Yes. Yes, good sit. And I'm going to take off her leash and her collar. And I'm going to say, okay. Okay. And that was our first session. I'm all excited about that. So after our first session, I always do scheduled crate time. I'm going to move the crate. I do not make scheduled crate time easy. The point is to make it a little difficult so that it's easier on their parents. So I'm putting the crate right in the living room, right where she can see me, where I'm walking by. The dogs will walk by. I have the dogs put away because we were working. And because she's puppy culture, she knows exactly what a crate is, exactly how to go in there. I'm going to put a little blinky in there, and I'm going to grab her little Chewy. Chewy's in my room. Hold on. I didn't have this part ready. Oh, look, she's still in there. So you want to have their security blanket, their security toy, and a Chewy. And you're going to have that in there for them. Good girl. And I'm going to take my cheese. Crate. Yes, good girl. So she'll eat my cheese. Good girl. That's right, good crate. And do it again. Do it like 3 or 4 times, however many times. Great. Great. Good girl. Yes. 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 See, I said yes, even though she didn't walk all the way in yet, but because she was making an effort to walk in, I let her know verbally, that is what I'm looking for. Yes. I'm going to treat her while she's here. She doesn't want my treats. We're going to have to try something different for session 2. doesn't want my treat. She found her Chewy. I'm just going to put the treats in there for her, and I'm going to go ahead and close it. And she's going to have her scheduled crate time for about 30 minutes to an hour. And then when she's done, we're going to go outside to go potty, and then we'll have playtime. And she will whine a little bit. I'll tell her quiet. And anytime she's quiet, I'll walk over there with the treat and give her a treat. But to be crated in an environment where things are happening is a lot more self-control than to be crated in a private room. So I always have them crated out in the bustle of things. So they know that in the bustle of things, they're to be calm and relaxed in their crate. And it makes it easier for me to correct a whining and stuff like that I'm not having to walk all the way into a different room to correct it. All right, that's session 1.